Okay, what would it be like to be absolutely unrejectable in your dating life? Ooh, doesn't that sound delicious? So, that's what we're going to talk about today is the 7 ways to be absolutely unrejectable in your dating life. And I'm Krista Riddick, the founder of Finding Real Love Now and Awaken the Goddess Within, where I help strong, successful women to become the most delicious, irresistible invitation to the love life that they desire and to help them find the one. All right, let's talk about being unrejectable. And number one, and this is a number one on so many of my lists, and this is the number one in my program, is you have to know what you want. You have to be able to, and my notes just went off, so I'm going to turn that back on. So you have to know what you want. You have to know, and I call it my dream man draft list. So when you create your dream man draft list, you're going to talk about your needs, your wants, your luxury items, your must haves, and your make or breaks. And when you talk about these 5 areas, you're creating your dream man draft list. And of course, it's much more intense than that, but you kind of get the point. And when we create this, I created this years ago, and through my Manifesting the Man series that I did a long time ago, I had this superpower of helping women to manifest the man into their dreams. Here's the thing that it took me a minute to discover is that we get what we write down, we get what we put on the list, but there's sometimes we forget to put things on the list. I'll tell you more about that later. I want to keep this one nice and short. I like to keep these under 10 minutes, well, under 11 minutes for you, and go over quick, hit to the point details. I know you don't have a lot of time. So, in that number one, your dream man draft list, you're going to know, again, the needs, wants, luxury items, must haves, and make or breaks. And then you're also going to, here's the biggest thing that I shifted on my list, on my dream man draft list, that made all the difference in the world is my top 2 out of my top 7 that were my non-negotiables. Here's 2 of them. And number 1 was what I want wants me. Because when somebody doesn't want me, they're not what I want. I want someone who adores me. So if he doesn't adore me, he's not my guy. That's easy, right? But we'll get more into that later. But number 2 on that dream man draft list for me, oh, I'm sorry, I'm knocking my camera. And number 2 on that dream man draft list was what the man that I want wants what I want. Meaning he wants the kind of relationship he's looking for. If you were looking for love, marriage, commitment, if you want to create a life with somebody, they're looking for that same thing. They're looking for that, what that relationship looks like. So you got to get clear on that too. All right. And that leads us perfect into number 2. And that is screen for compatibility early and often. All right. And when I say screen for compatibility early and often, from that dream man draft list, you're going to create, and I'm giving you gold, 5 to 7 of your non-negotiables. And like I told you, there's 2 of mine. And those are your non-negotiables. They're things that really matter to you. And then you're going to screen for compatibility early and often, meaning that you're going to ask the questions. You're going to play and find out. It shouldn't feel like an interview, but it should feel like playful questions. And well, I'm just trying to get to know you. And number 3 leads us perfectly into that, which is go for the no. This is one of years ago in sales, Claire says it was always go for the no. And I love this. Go for the no, say the uncomfortable thing. So if there is something that you're worried that is going to scare him away, this, like, come probably 3rd date or even 1st date, like, who's got time to waste? Like, it's okay this isn't spill your guts out, but if there's something that you're like, this is kind of quirky about me and I don't know if you're going to like it, what if you fully embraced it and said, you know what? I know that this is something that not everybody likes, but this is something that's really important to me. Or this is something that I just realized about myself that I need in a relationship. I wonder what you think about that. And like I said, 3rd date is usually about my rule, but it's of course when it feels right for you. So go for the no and say the uncomfortable thing. Be willing to say the thing that you think might scare him away, or the thing that you think, the boundaries or the needs that you have in a relationship. If you communicate those early, um, then you've set that stage. You've either got an agreement or not agreement. You're not telling him as in a, you need to do this. You're telling him as in a, hey, this is something I realized I really need for myself. Tell me what you think about that. Because you're just kind of playing to see, do you think you can handle that? And the more fun and playful you can make it, the better. All right. So number 4 is, of course, right on cue, is embrace the fun of dating. When I say embrace the fun of dating, what I mean is this is supposed to be light and fun. You're not looking to see if you're going to marry the guy on the first date. Don't even think about whether he's quality material until he's gotten through the compatibility checklist. Meaning, you know that those 7 non-negotiables are not a problem, or at least you feel really confident that they're not. You have to know him well enough. So you can't know him well enough until you've actually spent some time with him. So enjoy the process of getting to know him and play and dating. Don't sell yourself on he's the one or he's not the one until you know that. Actually, there was a really fun way that somebody put it. They said, oh my gosh, I forgot. I'm going to come back to that. It's the, well, maybe. And I love that. Maybe he's good. Maybe he's not. Like, just that kind of like lighthearted, well, maybe we'll see. Oh, that's it. That's it. The we'll see. And I think it was Matthew Hussey. I was watching a video of his, amazing dating coach. And he talks about we'll see. And it's that instead of, oh my gosh, he's got all these amazing qualities, or somebody else tells you he's got these amazing qualities, it's the we'll see attitude. And so it's embracing the fun of dating, keeping it light, and don't, this leads perfectly to number 5, don't buy what's not being sold. So don't fall in love with somebody that you don't even know well enough to know that they're the qualities that you're looking for. We fall in love with the idea of somebody instead of the actual person. And it's, anyway, it leads perfectly to number 6, anchoring your unique and irresistible spark. Anchor that in, know your value, know what things about you are absolutely lovable, irresistible, what things make you fun and unique, what are the things that you're in love with about yourself? Because those are the things that if he doesn't see those in you, then you don't want him anyway. And like, how's that a rejection? It's just not a good puzzle piece. I don't want to be with somebody who doesn't like the things that I love about me. It's taken me a long time to love me. So if he doesn't like or adore the things that I finally adore about myself, then he's not my person. All right. And I've had learned that one the hard way. And so number 7 is one of the most important ones. But I want to go a little more into number 6 is you've got to make sure that you love yourself, adore yourself, do the work, do the process of absolutely adoring you. Because if you don't love spending time with you, if you don't feel passionate and excited to be with you, then how's anybody else going to? And how are you going to attract somebody that you want to be exciting and fun if you're not exciting and fun? So find what your exciting and fun is. And in one of my other videos, I talk about how a guy that was so passionate about stamp collecting that he got me enthralled. Like, I wanted to hear about it. That's not my thing, but you can be so passionate and so fun and quirky about whatever that is. What do you geek out about? So anchoring your irresistible spark is all about what makes you a high value, high commodity, so that the right one sees that value in you and wants that. All right. And make sure that you're looking for that same thing in him. And before I get to number 7, if this stuff is resonating with you, one of the biggest things that we do in our programs is really dive deep. I can give you all sorts of information and overload you with information here. But the one thing you will never get through YouTube, I can't say never, but it's harder to get through a YouTube channel or through any amount of information, is transformation. And transformation is diving deep into what are the beliefs and the mindsets and then breaking those and getting really, really clear on your clarity, your roadmap, your owner's manual, knowing those things for yourself. If you don't have that, or if you've been struggling in any of these areas, reach out, see if you're a good fit. But I work with high-end successful women who've made amazing careers, but they just can't figure out what's getting in the way of them finding the one. And it's funny because what makes you successful sometimes is also what gets in the way of your success in dating. Oh, isn't that awesome? Yeah, had to learn that one the hard way too. All right, so number 7, reframing. And I know you've probably heard this one, but reframing rejection as a redirection. Right before I met my husband, I had a guy that I was with for 3.5 years break up with me. And I could have thought that that was like such a heavy thing, but for some odd reason, it just felt so light. And he was a really great guy. But we just didn't want the same things. And I felt like I was racking my head up against the wall going, and that's what shifted. I want someone that wants what I want. And when I shifted that one thing, I can tell you lightning speed, my husband came into my life. And it's been a whirlwind ever since. So when you reframe rejection as redirection, what I want wants me. Knowing that, thank you, next. If you don't want me, you're not it. You're not my puzzle piece. So, all right, to all you women out there, don't let the wrong guy get you down. He's not the wrong guy, because if he didn't choose you, then he's not the right one for you. All right, I love you guys. Bye.